Hey, I got a real good one here today. Guardian Heroes. This shit came out. I've heard of it, but I never played it. And this one released, they did like a kind of like a remastering. So it's pretty much a brawler. The Japanese had this thing back in the day where they were putting brawlers on like tracks, so you can hop back and forth. You can't move like a regular brawler. So you do this like little weird hop thing, and there's different planes. This is partially so they can put more sprites on the screen. I believe that's the reason. But this game is real old. Not Sega CD, but Sega Saturn. This is probably one of the only good games in the Sega Saturn. When everyone brings up the Sega Saturn, this is usually up there. The graphics back then are pixeled. Not too bad for the time, but I mean, it's an old game. And one of the earlier CDs. So it's really only the game anyone ever Sega Saturn and Panzer and Dragon Panzer there. But this is a pretty decent thing. The worst thing about this game is the track shit. But after each level, you'll usually get a couple questions. There's a lot of story. This is very story-driven. And there's 30 levels, but whatever like little question you get and whatever answer you want to go after, like this is the ending here. There's like multiple endings, I think like 6. And there's 30 levels altogether, but you'll probably only do like, I think it's like 5 or 6 or something. But depending on what, like whatever little word situation, because sometimes it's like go help these people or lie about this or do something, will take you to a different world. I played through the game just a few times. I personally like the graphics, because the graphics come in the original where it's pixel, or you can do the new graphics which you're seeing now. You'll see the pixels. But the newer one is the remix, and then the controls are original remix. But I go with the original because the remix controls kind of suck. And it makes the game a lot easier with the original controls, because you pretty much just have the jump button that makes you jump backwards, or you can go to a different plane, and then you have light attacks and heavy attacks, and there's a lot of combos, and then there's like some magic attacks everyone gets. And like I said, there's a shit ton of levels. It's a lot of the same guys, a lot of knights and stuff. There's not too much going on, but some of the bosses are the giant robots and shit. Only 4 people to choose from. There's an arena thing you can go. You'll see a little bit later. And there's a bunch of characters, but the main story is pretty much where it's at. And I think it's pretty. The fighting is pretty well done. I mean, there is a shit ton of like, you know, once you play through the game once, and you'll be hitting that skip the cutscene shit a lot. I mean, it's a lot of, but that's the whole point of this, because it's supposed to be like narrative driven, and you get to choose, because I played the game like 5 or 6 times already through, and it's been different like every time. So it's got a lot of like a replay going for it. Yeah, here's all the other guys. Once you fight them, I guess, kill them, you can unlock them. But it's not really a hard game. It's not super long. And then you have like your guy with the sword, your ninja dude. You have some chicks that are like mages. And after each level, depending on how much you've leveled up, you can use those points to actually get in strength and like health and stuff like that. It's the RPG part's just like kind of sprinkled in there. It's not like too serious. But story-wise, it's pretty cool though. And like the fighting combos is a lot of fun. And I do like what they did with the graphic recall. Yeah, so mode original. That's pretty much you can do the graphics and the controls. And this is the original graphics right here. You can see how it's very pixeled. All the edges are kind of pixeled and sharp. It's not bad looking. It's pretty good for the time. I just think the the new colored shell thing is just a lot better looking. And to me, it just flows a little better. This chick isn't the best. Really fire. She's more magic and shit. The fighting like the giant robots and shit. When you knock them out and they die and they explode, it's a lot of fun. And learning the magic is difficult, but I don't know. It's fast paced. The harder it gets, there's more shit on the screen. And there's cool bosses that cheese the hell out of you doing the same shit over and over. But overall, it's a lot of fun. It's only $4. The only bad thing I would say about it is the rail. That's about it. Other than that, take care.